Let's start from the very beginning. In Python, a string represents text. Anything written inside quotes become a string. This includes letters, numbers, symbols, and even spaces. For example, Python in quotes, or hello in quotes, or even number 1, 2, 3 in quotes. All of these are strings. All of these are strings. Okay. So a string is simply a sequence of characters stored together. So for example, I create a string name. Okay. And within quotes, I give Python. So this is a string in Python. If you print name, you get Python printed on the console. Similarly, you can create another string, let's say str1, and within quotes, you can give, let's say 1, 2, 3 at hello. This is also a string. If you print str1, you will get the string printed as 1, 2, 3 at hello. So in these two examples, we have used double quotes here. Okay. We can also use single quotes to create a string. Let's say we are creating a string str2. Within this, we write hello at Python. So we are using here single quotes, not double quotes. And this is also treated as a string in Python. If you print str2, you will get the string printed on the console. Okay. So both ways works exactly the same way. Python doesn't differentiate between double quote or single quote. And this gives you a flexibility, especially when your string contains quotes within it. So for example, let's say you have a string, okay, and let's say you write Rams. So here you are using apostrophic. Okay. If you use single quote here instead of double quote, Python will consider this much as a string, and this is not included in string because string started from here when you open the single quote, and here you have closed the single quote. So this is only the string part. If you execute this, you will get an error here. Unterminated string literal. So you opened another string here, but you have not closed it. So here, what you can do, you can use double quotes here in order to include this also within string. So if you execute this now, this works fine. And you can print str3 and you see the output Rams. Now, the next concept is strings are iterable. So strings are iterable. Okay. So this is one of the very important property of strings. This means you can go through each character of strings one by one. So for example, let me write for character in, let's say Python is your string. Okay. And you can print each and every character of Python this way. So you can iterate through each and every character of Python. So it one time ch is p, second time y, t, h, o, and n. So internally here, Python treats the string as a sequence of character. Let me write it here. Python treats string as a sequence of characters. And this is why loops work naturally with strings. Now, let's understand string indexing. Okay, this is also one of the important concept, string indexing. So indexing allows us to access individual characters here. So for example, let's say you have a string name and hello. Okay. Now, if you want to access only the first character, that is in Python terms, the 0th index position, you can do it this way. Use square bracket and within that give the index position of the string of the character. So 0 fetches h from hello. Similarly, you can access the first character this way. E is your first character in this string. We already know Python starts counting from 0, and that is the reason index 0 is referring to the h from this string. Now, Python also supports negative indexing for strings as well. So for example, let's say you want to access the last character, you can use it using -1 and you will get O printed on the console. Okay, so you can write print here to remove the quotes. So you can see O is printed on the console. That is the last character. Okay. So we are simply accessing characters from the end of the string and -1 is referring to the last character here.